So with the brand new Mode Mastery, the question is, what should you choose? Now, as you can imagine, we've got a lot of tokens coming. All of the green ones are going to be from objectives and more than likely SBCs, maybe even a cheeky store pack, because we know EA love to give a store pack for these. If you've ever done icon swaps before, you know what I'm talking about. So in total, we have got the maximum amount of rewards is going to be 18 different tokens. So that's going to be Rodrigo. The two at the end, obviously, we've got Ansu Fati for 8, we've got Nkunku for 8, and then we've also got Rapsodori for 4. They are different. So they are rivals, squad battles, and champs. So they are going to be what you get each week for doing champs. They are a token, but also can be used as a player anyway. So they're going to be irrelevant. The main ones is going to be the Rodrigo. So if you've got 18 in total, now normally they don't give you much more than the kind of maximum that you can get. So if I was throwing a random guess at this, a kind of an educated guess, I would say would be looking at around 20 tokens, I imagine. Again, it could be a lot higher. It could be that they give us a chance to be able to do quite a few, and maybe they go up to 30. But if we went off kind of like a 20, what is worth actually getting? So if we start from the beginning, obviously we've got the 81 times 15. They are personally going to be good to keep at the end, because obviously if you do look at these objectives and think, maybe I don't want to do them all, maybe you just don't get time for them all, then they're good to have, because you can put 5 in for 5 tokens to get all of them packs. So you could realistically get an 81 times 15 5 times over. So that's going to be great to keep for the very end, just in case you don't want to finish off the tokens. So they're always good to keep till last if you're needed. I wouldn't necessarily open them, because to be fair, we do get quite a lot in general anyway. When it comes to the players, because that's going to make the hard decision of if you want to do the packs or not. So Grob, for me, personally, if I'm not running a Bundesliga team, I'd probably miss him. I don't necessarily need him. It's a great upgrade for the card. He's really not a bad card in general, but I just don't think, for me, he's a card that I need to have for 5 tokens, especially with everything else we've got. Personally, I don't really do the packs of icons or heroes, because 9 times out of 10, they tend to be terrible. Little I'll probably move on from, to be honest. The only player that's really going to be testing whether you'd want to do it or not is Rodrigo. A very, very nice card. Obviously a 5-star, 4-star. He has got the technical, so I'm not necessarily the biggest fan, and more than likely he will get a bigger upgrade at some point in the future anyway. So again, I could kind of miss him out if you've already got a right mid, which kind of leaves us to the packs then, because base icon 88, again, I'm not too fussed about that one. We get plenty of icon packs. I'm just not too fussed. The Mode Mastery icon, it's probably the only two, the Mode Mastery hero and icon, that I would consider. I definitely wouldn't consider the base icon pick or the 88 plus. Too high tokens for me. So that kind of leaves then the base icon, the mode hero and icon pick, the 85 times 30, the 85 times 20, and then the 2 83 times 30s. Now, if you wanted to get all of them, you need 12 tokens for the first 3, and then you'd need the final one, which would be 20 tokens to be able to do the 85 times 30. For me personally, it may be boring, but I'd probably end up choosing them. Mainly because we have got Cruyff coming out as well, so realistically, I would much rather have the fodder and less spend to be able to go and do Cruyff with that 85 times 30. Realistically, that's going to get, hopefully, at least 3 squads done on its own. So I'm probably going to do the 85 times 30 first, and then I'll end up just going downwards, go the 85 times 20, and then eventually finish on the 83 times 30 and do that twice over. If there is any tokens left over, I probably will just then do the 81 times 15s. Again, it's completely up to you. I think Rodrigo is more than a very good option, and as we don't know technically the Mode Mastery icon picks yet, I can kind of understand that maybe there's some good people in there, but it is a 1 of 2. So unless there is a very good chance that you do get somebody good, I probably wouldn't go for that. And then the same for the hero. If there is too many lower end cards, I would much rather go for the players and guarantee myself at least a few SBCs into Cruyff, because we know full well that is going to be expensive, especially with these Mode Mastery swaps in here as well. So I think for me, the packs are going to be the way. It's just personally going to be the easiest one. If there is 20 tokens like I did hopefully suggest, then we can get them all. if there isn't 20 tokens, we just miss out on an 83 times 30, and then we just go and get an 81 times 15, because we should have like 1 or 2 left over that we don't get to the full 20 amount anyway. So let me know down below what you're going to choose. Obviously Nkunku and also Ansu Fati looking pretty decent in these champs tokens, but it will depend on if you do manage to get anybody that is worth putting in, because if you go over to the play, you should be able to see, it's not objective, I'm pretty sure it's play once it loads, you have got all of these chances. So obviously the kind of bluey purple is going to be rivals, the gold is going to be squad battles, and then we also have the champions in red. So if you get any on that bottom row of 85s, they're obviously going to be well worth putting into that token, whereas if you get the 90s, unless you really want Ansu Fati or Nkunku, they're probably worth keeping, to be honest. So let me know down below how you're getting on with it, and I will catch you all for more objectives.